Hello and welcome to the METAcast. This is episode 9. I am your host, Michael. Joining me this month is Connor.
Hello.
Guy.
Did you have to look up 9, or that's just committed to memory?
I had to look up 9.
Okay.
And Andy.
Hello.
Jump into the scoreboard quickly. I am in first place with 14 wins, 23 losses. Alistair is in second place still with 7 wins, 10 losses. Connor, you are in third place but with 7 wins and 11 losses.
Yeah, boy.
You were tied with him for a second.
Yeah.
David is in 4th place with 3 wins, 18 losses. Guy, you're in 5th place with 2 wins, 7 losses.
Smash Boys represent.
Johnny also has 2 wins but 16 losses.
Ooh.
Vanessa is in 7th place with 1 win, 5 losses. Andy, you are in 8th place with 1 win, 0 losses.
Yeah, 100% win
Congratulations. Good job. Emma is in 9th place with 0 wins, 2 losses. Ethan is in 10th place with 0 wins, 6 losses. And Shaylee is in 11th place with 0 wins, 13 losses.
Emma would be pretty
Boom.
high up. On the games we played, she was like always second, I think. Because this is good for like the most raw of data.
Yes,
if we
but
broke this down, it'd be an entirely different mix-up.
Totally.
Yeah.
But
we're not
real-
meta enough.
I can't be bothered.
No, the real the METAgames fans out there, what do you call them again?
Metheads.
Virgins.
Yeah.
Can make their own scoreboard. with
I've
all that
had a
data.
sex once.
A sex one.
Fuck you, mate. Do you have you thought about a collective term for your fans?
no, I haven't.
Has that come across your mind apart from
It
just
hasn't.
now?
You
No.
should come up with one because then, like,
I
then
like
they're
metaheads.
If you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
Well, if you do
like-
it, they'll act like a hive mind, and they'll like if like somebody tweets something you don't like, you can like make them bully that person until they like kill themselves.
Well, knowing YouTube, people will just do that themselves.
Yeah.
They will, if you have
no,
fans.
if you've got like an army,
If you have
yeah.
if you have fans of your own YouTube channel, they will defend any
Yeah.
content you
Yeah.
put up
Yeah.
to the day they die.
even if you are like a sex offender, they will defend you.
Are we gonna have like
that is completely true.
Are we gonna have like the meta heads and the time to killies fight each other?
Well, that's what I was gonna ask.
Time to
Have
kill
you
it.
guys made up a name for your
TTK
fans?
boys.
Just quick. We're not actually time to kill right now. We're representing our own individual brands. Connor, of course, being Imperium Pictures,
Oh,
and
yeah.
myself
Fair.
being Guy John Clark of Guy John Clark fame.
Of Guy John Clark fame, yeah.
Well, no. To be honest, we have very similar channels.
GJC.
GJC represent. While you do nice kind of formatted, very well edited videos, I kind of throw up
Who are you
whatever
talking
the
to?
fuck I want whenever.
Mhm.
I'd say we're on a similar. So we're both into video games.
Yep. about
Connor
it.
Imperium is like going off in a different direction. However,
Yeah.
you wanna talk about that? You wanna
Porn.
You wanna
I'm into
shout out your
porn
own
now.
channel?
No, because there's nothing on there. I've
Yeah,
started,
but
I've
it's
started a
starting.
small business hoping to work with bands and musicians in and around Melbourne making music videos, live videos, lyric videos, whatever fucking videos they need, baby.
Anything.
Anything.
Anything they want,
you
you
need
can
smut,
deliver.
I'll make it for you.
Yeah.
You want
Because
porn?
it pains
you will
me
do it.
to see killer bands with like the only stuff they've got on their YouTube channel is like iPhone footage from like
Yep.
some gig at a like
I hate it.
local town hall.
Yeah. Oh, I brought that
I was
up.
gonna
Yep.
bring it up. I was gonna bring up what do you call it? What's that thing when you like promote yourself?
Plugging?
Plug.
Yeah,
Plugs.
plugging. I was gonna bring up
Shameless
plugs
self-promotion.
because I thought you have started a new podcast.
Yes,
I
I've
thought that
also
would be
started
a
new podcast.
relevant thing to plug.
Yeah, well, that's also that's in conjunction with the business. Imperium Pictures is proud to present a new podcast I'm working on with my friends Lucas and Carlo. It's called Metal Detector. It's a heavy metal podcast we're going to be doing on a monthly basis where we talk about what we've been listening to. We talk about heavy metal news. We talk about the local scene and interview local bands and play some local music. So,
Cool.
yeah, first episode went up yesterday and I'm pretty happy with it.
So just like all your other podcasts, it's just going to rip off all the material from mine, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Except this time in like a low pitched growly voice.
Yeah, we'll be like,
Oh, scoreboard, Michael's in number one.
Joining
me today to play one, Michael.
You'll actually have the bands on, but you'll just keep talking about video games to
they'll
them.
be like, yeah,
Yeah.
we
They
just
won't
released
know
a
what's
new
going
EP.
on.
And I'll be like, yeah, but what about when Alistair, oh man, I was tied with him. I nearly threw up.
Hi, this is
Nearly
this
threw up
is-
and came at the same time. I remember that time.
Yeah, remember that?
Hi, this is Metaltacular, and this is our new song.
Metaltacular.
Yeah, this is our new song, Johnny on LSD.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I brought up the channel thing not because our channels
Okay.
are actually alike whatsoever, but I got a new subscriber recently, so I clicked on them.
What? Who are they?
I can't remember. Shout out to whoever that was, and I clicked on them, and
I don't think they listen to my podcast.
True. I looked, and they subscribed to you first, and then
Okay.
they
Oh, so they
subscribed to
might.
me.
Holy shit! So they might
Ah.
listen.
Yeah, so I'm guessing they must have found me through your kind of featured channel list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I've got you as a
I-
feature.
Yeah, and then at that
Holy
point, I was like,
shit.
I should update mine. So
Mm.
now you're on my featured channel.
Fuck
I'm on your
yeah.
featured channel.
Now the subscribers will come rolling.
Connor's
Yeah.
on both of ours.
I have not uploaded anything for 8 or 9 months now to my channel, and
It's still good content.
I still get subscribers, and I'm like, I feel bad because I just have no urge to like make anything for
Oh,
that
that's
channel
good.
at the moment.
How many
Do you have-
subscribers do you have, Andy?
None. I have a YouTube channel that I watch videos, and that is it.
Hey, that's
Fair
still
enough,
good.
yeah.
That's still good.
How many life
You can
subscribers do you have,
subscribe if
though?
you want.
Yeah, how many people subscribe
To your life.
Your life.
As in they're invested in my life.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be many.
Well, I've got a few
Ooh.
friends I'm subscribed to purely because of their liked videos. They don't
yeah.
upload anything, but
Yeah.
like Hannah, for instance. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah,
what is she
or
like?
Albie.
Yeah, Albie as well. I'm
Is
just
Albie still around?
I know he is around.
Is
He
he still-
uploaded something on his YouTube. He hasn't like kind of done anything but like videos in about 5 years, and
Does
before
he
then it
still
was,
smoke weed?
probably.
All right, cool.
I've heard people do that a lot. So
He smokes dank weed.
That's
Talking
a
about
hobby.
people that we don't know about, Andy.
No, you're not wrong.
I have no
Hi,
idea.
welcome to the Guy and Connor's friends that they don't talk to
Yeah.
very much anymore podcast. Albie still smokes
Yeah.
weed.
yeah, so I had this Asian friend Albie who was Korean adopted by Italians. I don't care that you don't want to hear this story.
He
so-
didn't until he heard Korean adopted by Italians. That's a
Yeah.
spicy mix.
Yeah, that's whack.
There's gotta
That's
be
an
a
80s
story.
sitcom.
There's a story there.
Yeah, I moved to
There's a
Traralgon.
pilot there.
Yeah, I
Get
moved to
up some
Traralgon, and then I'd
crazy
come back
hijinks.
down. I'd come back down on occasion to like see friends and stuff. And he came around once,
Yeah.
and he left a packet of cigarettes upstairs.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know much about smoking or anything, so I'm like, oh, fine, I'll leave it there for next time he's there.
Mm.
And that packet of cigarettes stayed next to that couch for like for a good 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Before I was finally like, it's not coming back.
not coming back.
It's not coming back.
He went out for cigarettes and he left his cigarettes.
Yeah.
I'm going out to pick up a pack of cigarettes, but there's a pack right here. No. Those are no good.
That's everything you need to know about Albie. Next
Cool.
topic.
Yeah.
Next topic. Normally, well, what do? I like to have the segment where I talk about something I heard on a podcast.
Yeah, talk.
But
What was it?
not-
What was that called again?
Speaking of podcasts.
Speaking of podcasts.
But I'm
Speaking
going
of
to change it up
podcasts.
this month.
Go.
Speaking of Seinfeld,
Oh,
I've got
I
a
love
beef.
Seinfeld.
I have a beef to air with, and they
With
talk about
Seinfeld?
it on. They talk
Oh.
about it on a Seinfeld episode.
Okay.
People who don't say "bless you" when you
Yeah.
sneeze.
Yep.
So
What if they're
they're
atheists?
they are very negative about it. I do not say "bless you" when people sneeze
Ooh.
because I think it's fucking stupid. But I get fucking stares like I'm a bad person when I
I-
don't say "bless you" to someone who sneezes.
You
It
know,
kind of feels
I-
like an awkward silence if you don't say anything.
Yeah,
I know, but
everybody-
like,
everybody's waiting
if you
for
burp or cough or fart, nobody says anything.
Well, people
You don't fart when someone says "Christ be with
someone's
you."
like Allahu Akbar.
people applaud me because I do those things at the same time.
yeah, everyone's like, "Wow,
Oh, wow.
No, I do it. It depends. If the mood takes me, I'll be like, "Oh, bless you," but I never say like, "God bless you," because I don't see it as like a heavenly thing. I see it as like
Yeah.
a, "Oh, you're all right," sort of thing. You know.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just sick of it because it's just an involuntary
But I don't
thing
like.
that we
Yeah,
do.
well, I don't like the obligation to do it.
I express and bring it out in the open because the other person does sometimes feel awkward making a loud sudden sound,
Yeah.
against their will. So
Yeah.
I normally address the issue by saying, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah, but like it's that same thing. Like people cough and nobody fucking says anything, and it's not awkward.
If I yawn, it's a weird thing that I do. Is
No, if you
whenever
cough, you say Robitussin. Have you seen that ad?
Oh
No.
yeah.
Whenever I yawn,
Shout out to Robitussin.
yeah, sponsors.
This episode is sponsored by Robitussin.
Whenever I yawn, like around people, I always kind of, I'm always like, "Oh, excuse me," or like, "Oh, sorry," because I feel like if I like yawn, like as someone's talking to me,
Yeah, but what if
I feel like
you-
that looks like I'm
What
bored
if
of
you
them or something.
you coughed and I said sorry to you?
What?
Wouldn't that be weird?
Yeah, that'd be really weird.
Because
Well-
that's the equivalent of saying "bless you."
What if
Yeah,
you were the
yeah, I
one
guess it is.
throwing the pepper in his nose
Yeah,
and he
exactly.
Oh.
coughed?
Well, then that's
Think
a different
about
story.
that.
Um,
That's a different
Oh
story.
no! Actually, when I sneeze, I always
Why
when I
would
s-
you? No, wouldn't he have sneezed if threw
Apparently,
blue-
pepper doesn't actually do that. But yeah, that's why I said think about it because that's effective.
Bullshit.
Get
Doesn't
me
make
some
you cough,
pepper, I'll
that's for
snort
sure.
it. Anyway, when I sneeze or not really cough or when I yawn, I always try and do it as loud and stupid as possible.
Yeah,
So I
just to own it.
yeah, and then people aren't really kind of like, oh, bless you. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck? But yeah, like I'll be like, just make autistic noises or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, it does draw away from like that small silence afterwards because it's like, oh, it's this guy doing guy thing.
I've sneezed before and people have said bless you, and I've said, oh, I'm not religious.
Really?
Really?
But then you just sound like a fucking
Yeah.
idiot.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, then it's not even that you sound like an idiot. It's you
pretentious.
You sound a bit pretentious, like
I did do it to a
'Cause it's-
close friend, so it
'cause it's
wasn't
not like
that bad. But it was just like, no, I'm
we
not
could
going
for
to.
most people, it's not a religious thing. It's
Yeah.
just like a cultural.
I know, but that's what
thing.
I also hate that about it. That it
Yeah.
is. It's become a cultural thing. It's a religious thing. Like, why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why do we have to say this when
I think-
it's some,
I'm
comes
with
from
you.
religion?
Whenever I sneeze or anything like that, I just say excuse me. There's no reason for anyone
Excuse
else to
me is a
acknowledge
good-
it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Excuse me is a
I've-
good response.
I've done that as well. Like,
Yeah, I think I usually say excuse me, but then
Because
I've
then
heard
if they
some
say
people
bless
say
you after that,
I've
that's
heard some
weird.
people
Or if
say
someone
that-
say you're excused, then you're like, fuck you.
Yeah, I've had
You
some
telling me
people
not to
say
sneeze?
That was
Piece
just
of
yeah.
shit.
I've
me
had
being polite.
I've had times where like I've sneezed and said excuse me, and people have told me that's rude. That you're not supposed to excuse yourself. You're supposed to
Really?
wait for someone to bless you. And I'm like, that's fucking retarded.
Well, I don't know
Oh,
why
come
we
on
say
now,
bless
it's
you. The
2016.
only reason I've ever heard
Isn't it
is
'cause
the
that's your-
explanation
your
from
soul?
Simpsons.
Yeah, trying to
Which,
escape.
when
Yeah.
Milhouse says it's your soul trying to escape
Yeah.
your body and saying "God bless you," crams it back in.
Yeah.
it would have been.
That's
just,
all I know.
It would have been
It's
just.
fucking Simpsons. I doubt that's the truth.
There could be some behind it. The etymology is probably just colloquial term that's then turned to this, that then just turned
somebody-
to like the social etiquette of just like that's the kind of thing. Like when you meet someone, you shake their hand, but in another culture, you might bow. In our culture, it could be different.
Well, in
from
other cultures,
ones.
like say, what is it, Germany? When you
Germany.
sneeze, you say Gesundheit.
Yeah. Isn't that just the same?
I
It's
don't.
like a-
I've someone told me it doesn't. It's not.
Doesn't it's
bless
not a
you.
direct
Mm.
translation,
So-
but it's the same thing.
Meta heads or whatever you're called. If you're listening, fucking tell me what
Meta dudes.
Gesundheit.
Oh my god!
All our
that's so
German fans out there, translate us some Gesundheit for us.
Yeah.
Ich bin ein yeah,
It's
Hitler.
been, I'm metagames. Yeah, I don't do the bless you thing.
Good.
I don't expect people to do it to me. I'm not that special.
I hope that one day my YouTube channel becomes big enough that I can tell my meta heads not to say bless you,
Yeah.
and my army of fans will stop doing
And
it.
start bullying people on
And
Twitter.
that will like change the culture of the entire Western world so that we no longer say it.
Yeah,
Well, that's-
hashtag no bless you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Editing.
Well, that's what
People
you
will
do.
listen to this podcast in 4 decades and be like, "What? Nobody says that. Nobody says that when you sneeze. We fixed sneezing. Our bodies don't do it anymore."
Lord Gerbaz fixed sneezing for
I
us.
thought you were going to say Lord Gerbil.
Lord Gerbaz.
I want Lord Gerbil.
No, Lord Gerbils.
No, 2012, but like the 40-year time one. 2012, Lord Gerbil.
All right,
Oh,
fine.
my vote. One vote, go Clark.
Shut up.
Whoa.
The one other thing I had
You had some more beef.
that I had, it's not
Oh.
really beef as such.
More of
Um,
a,
it's like a
pork.
hot dog.
We're all sitting around here drinking vanilla Coke
Yeah.
because I love it.
I
It's
finished
awesome.
mine.
Yeah, it's great.
Yep. Connor liked his so much that he finished it.
I did.
That's what they call a premature
Go on.
ejaculation.
Shut up.
Cation.
Shut up.
He
Told you that
ejaculated in your vanilla Coke. He's trying to delicately tell you.
It's so smooth.
I
and
come in vanilla Coke. I don't
yeah.
give a fuck. Go.
Have you ever noticed how
There's a tangy aftertaste.
there's no vanilla Coke commercials?
Yeah, it's like,
Hmm.
are they like ashamed of it or something?
They fucking they're
It
like,
feels like they don't feel. Oh, you know what? No, you know what it is. They don't need to advertise.
they don't need to?
Yeah,
Are
it's
they
that good.
You see,
are
I
there
wasn't
Diet
sure.
Coke commercials?
Yes,
Because you know,
So,
if given the option between
we're in
vanilla
Australia
and normal,
right
they will
now.
go for vanilla.
absolutely. But what if people don't know vanilla's out there? Like, also, Coke don't advertise it. Pepsi don't have a competitor for it.
Yeah, true. Well, they know.
Like, they have
better.
Diet Pepsi, they have Pepsi Max
They know
to
better
go
than to
against
fuck with that.
Coke Zero.
Yeah,
Mm.
Well, yeah, because we're in Australia, so it's summer right now.
They have like cherry Pepsi, I think, in America, don't they?
They've got cherry Coke in America.
No,
as well.
we're talking
That's
about
what I mean.
Australia though.
Yeah,
we're
that's
talking
what I
about
mean.
Australia.
All right, fuck off.
Australia, mate.
Australia.
I remember Pepsi had that blue flavored one. What was that?
Yeah,
Like,
Pepsi Blue.
Yeah.
Do you remember
Pepsi
Pepsi Samba?
Yeah, Pepsi Samba. That
It
was
was like
awful.
a tropical, like weird flavor.
We're not talking about Pepsi. We're talking
sorry,
about
sorry.
Coca-Cola.
Let me quickly this tangent.
No, we
Pepsi
don't.
Samba
we don't mention that
was like
Pepsi.
terrible, and you remember the store NQR? Not quite right.
Yes.
Yep.
Was that-
We.
I was like, is that what it stands for?
I don't
I
know.
know.
But,
I'm fucking retarded.
So NQR had like down the road got all the stock of Pepsi Samba from all the like big chain supermarkets that didn't want it. So for like months, my family had Pepsi Samba in our fridge. We just had like shit tons of it. And
So what did it taste like? It was
it kind of just tasted kind of fruity and tropical, but it was brown like Pepsi.
okay.
So it was weird. Kind of
Okay.
tasted like
Does-
cleaning fluids.
I wouldn't drink it,
Gross.
but it had the Pepsi label, so you know it's good.
I drank it because it was there. It was fizzy and brown.
Guys,
So vanilla Coke.
vanilla Coke. I was saying it's summer here. There is a lot of advertisements of Coca-Cola
Mhm.
on the TVs because they're like, "Oh, it's summer. Refresh yourself with Coca-Cola." Blah blah blah. All that bullshit.
Yeah.
And they have all of the bottles at the end with their colors.
Yeah.
So you've got like the red for normal Coke, you've got the black for Coke Zero, you've
Yeah.
got the silver for Diet, and you've got the green for Coca-Cola Life.
Ugh.
Oh,
They don't have the white for vanilla Coke.
They're advertising
Well, it's
life
not.
over vanilla.
It's not really
That's
white. It's
retarded.
like the streak, isn't it?
It's like it's
So
like the
bottle kind
kinda-
of has the streak.
the kind
No,
of
but they all have the
off-white.
streak.
I think.
I know
It's a
what-
whitey cream
it's
color
like a
for
cream
vanilla.
color, yeah.
Oh yeah, but
Vanilla
like
Coke.
with the distinction of the labels, I think the juxtaposition between the four different kind of major colors, as opposed to having like the four major colors plus one with
No,
the
because
streak.
the thing is,
probably
having
looks
5
better.
would be better
Yeah.
because the way they show it is they show in the center regular Coke.
Ah.
Behind it to the left is like 0. Behind it to the right is Diet, and then behind it to the right again is Life.
So yeah,
Yeah,
And then it's
right,
uneven.
I feel aesthetically though it might be a bit odd, kind of seeing like kind of the traditional red label in like point and center, and then off to the side, kind of also having like that red kind of trademark.
I think you're a
Coke color,
you're
kinda like on the
you're a
side?
Coke company sympathizer. They've dropped. The ball
I'm
here.
clearly a Pepsi boy. I just
You're a
know the
Pepsi boy,
enemy.
But that's what. Okay, right, fine.
Yeah.
Soda
No, I
Wars,
get what you
2016.
mean.
Maybe
It
they
could.
just have something with even numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
It
yeah,
could.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Is it? It's not seasonal anymore, is it? It's all
What?
year round.
Vanilla Coke.
Yeah.
You can always get it.
Okay. 'Cause I
Except you
remember-
can't get it in
Oh,
2-liter bottles.
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
It only comes in 1.25s.
You sure about
Interesting.
that?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure I've gotten 2 liters of vanilla Coke.
I
You
feel like I
bought
might
to
have
1.5.
seen one before, but like Woolworths,
You can't get it.
Coles, they don't sell it.
I think only the really big stores have that, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. NQR.
Yeah.
The biggest.
Two
It's
liters of
IGA
Pepsi Samba.
exclusive.
Oh, geez.
Richie's IGA exclusive.
It's nice.
So those
Shouts out to
are
Richie's.
my topics. Fuck
Alright.
off.
Tune in
Die.
next week for the podcast.
It's not a weekly podcast. You sack of shit.
Well, it is, but you're
Um,
very lazy.
It's true.
at uploading them.
Johnny's not here, and I'm just swearing at
you're
you.
like chucking a whole
I need a
hell on
punch
all this
bag.
You
Johnny-esque
become the whipping
abuse.
boy.
I become Johnny. I don't want to be Johnny.
No
Johnny's
Johnnies.
great, but I'm not Johnny.
No Johns.
No Johns. I'm Connor.
Hello,
So I got married in between the last podcast.
Yeah, you did.
I could probably
Forgot about that.
talk about that. I talked about it on the Time to Kill podcast.
Yeah, check that out.
But I thought I'd
now
take
you're
a-
stealing out.
I thought I'd
fucking
take
material.
a page a leaf out of Connor's book and
It's not a big book.
steal my
It's
own
mostly
stuff back.
pictures. yeah.
Pictures of
Yeah.
fat pregnant women.
it's pictures of pregnant Sonic. All right, shut up. Go.
Oh, the Sonic fan art. So yeah, I got married.
Audacious.
It happened. It worked out okay. Nothing went wrong.
When you say
Okay.
it worked out okay, or is working out okay?
I mean, it worked out okay financially.
Oh, I thought you meant as
No,
in
I'm
I'm done with
just-
it.
Yeah.
I'm fucking done.
Worked out. It was fun while it lasted, kids. But
Yeah.
don't get married.
Yeah, not even on a dare. Maybe on a dare. You don't want to be a pussy.
Maybe on a double dare.
Double dare?
Double dare, you don't want to be a pussy.
Double dare.
Regular dare, maybe that's not strong enough of a dare.
Okay.
Um,
Andy. I dare you to marry Connor.
Done.
oh, didn't even need the double
Oh,
dare.
I wasn't even listening.
Holy shit.
Yeah, but Andy's been fangirling after Connor
Why?
ever since he entered the room. So
Yeah,
that
he's a
wasn't
fan of pregnant Sonic. He likes bald
That head
people.
rub.
He loves autism.
Rub it for the luck.
You're a full package, my friend.
Yeah, I am. Tell that to my dad.
Hey, Connor's dad. Connor's a full package.
Full package.
You're such a Nazi.
You are. Remember that time you killed all those Jews?
Yeah.
I was joking. What the fuck?
Sig Alright. Hashtag Sig Heil. Hashtag Für.
Du hast.
Speaking of
Hashtag
Hitler,
Speaking of the Jews.
have you guys heard of a TV show called Man Seeking Woman?
No. Tell us more.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
It's like this
Is it on
comedy show.
normal TV?
No, it's not on normal TV.
Okay.
I saw it on Hulu
What's
because
it
I
about
have
again?
internet hacks. It's about a guy who is the bloke, the guy from was he from Undeclared and She's Out of Your League?
Ray Romano.
No,
Yeah, you talking about Everybody Loves Raymond again?
no.
Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Bro. I fucking hate that. I fucking hate that stupid TV
Really?
show.
Really?
You don't like that, bro?
Are you one of the people? Are you a not person that actually hates Raymond?
Yes, I'm an actual person that hates Raymond.
My God. I don't think I've known anyone to actually not like it.
What is it?
That show's
anyway,
not any good. It's not funny.
Yeah,
It's
but it had
boring.
old people yelling at people.
Yeah, I've never really got into it.
God damn it, Connor! This
Fuck
isn't
yeah.
our podcast. This isn't acceptable.
Yeah. fuck
Ray! That's the that's the kids.
Man Seeking Woman. It's like a show about a guy trying to date people.
No, it sounds like a nuclear woman that's been weaponized against men.
That's what the feminists want.
Man seeking woman.
So it's just like crazy dumb fantasy. Josh Greenberg.
So did you say fantasy?
Yeah, it's like him going on dates and stuff like that, but it's like stupid fantasy stuff. So it's like he breaks up with his girlfriend, longtime girlfriend at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Yep.
And his sister sets him up for a date. And it's sort of taking like not psychic, subconsciously what he's sort of thinking being broken up and just visualizing it.
Oh fuck! What?
So-
Scrubs.
Kind of, but
Scrubs-esque.
nobody everybody just accepts it as like real.
Oh,
So
okay.
say like his sister set him up with this date in the first episode. He doesn't want to go out on this date because he's not over the girlfriend.
Yeah.
And so it's like, yeah, every other woman looks like a troll to you compared to the girlfriend. But the person that the sister has set him up on a date with is actually a troll. It's like the short person in a costume
Yeah.
that's like fucking green, gross skin
Connor.
troll. And she just like moans and shit like that and doesn't even speak English. And he's actually like trying to have a dinner date with her. But no one like sees it as weird.
yeah.
And so it does stuff like that. And I think it's in the second episode. He's invited over to his ex's place for a party, and she's got a new boyfriend, and the new boyfriend is Hitler because you'd hate your ex's new
Right.
boyfriend no matter
Yeah.
what. But this is
Oh.
literally Hitler. They're like, oh no, he totally survived World War II.
Oh.
He was in hiding, and now he's this dude in a wheelchair who's like 120.
Jesus.
Did you
Christ.
say hate or idolize? Because that'd
Hate.
we are on two different wavelengths, my friend.
So yeah, it's a funny
Yeah.
show. It's a funny show. I recommend it.
Yeah.
It's got like 10
Oh,
episodes.
Well, I too will watch it on my Hulu account while I am in Australia.
Oh, you
just
just
gotta
explain.
use-
You just exposed your
explain-
hacks.
Just use them internet hacks.
Explain to the viewers how you're watching an American thing on an Australian Xbox.
VPN. I never said I used my Xbox for it.
Wait, really?
I never said I used my Xbox for it. I've got Hulu Plus on my like Windows 10 PC.
Oh, I thought I saw it on the dash of your Xbox One.
I never said it wasn't on my Xbox.
You never said Hitler was wrong.
Yeah, well, this is the thing, Michael.
For the
like, throughout
record-
every episode, I don't think
For
there's ever
the
been
record,
an episode of anything where Michael
Hitler
has said
was
anything negative
not
about Hitler.
Right.
Hitler was right.
I'd like to point out that Andy is disgusted and left the room
Yeah.
15 minutes ago.
Oh, he's back. Hey, Andy.
Hey, what have I missed?
Oh, no, just Michael.
Just,
being
all-
Michael.
that shit that you don't need to weigh in on because we all know you love
Michael.
it. You love it.
Wait.
What are you
What are
laughing
you
at? Why are
doing?
you on Facebook?
Get off your phone.
Send me something.
What is Ethan?
Connor's boyfriend sent him something.
Is Ethan sending in a
No, it's something
podcast
stupid.
question?
No.
So you're gonna laugh, bring it up, and then be like, "No, it's nothing. There's
Yeah.
nothing."
Fuck you,
I'm
Ethan,
sorry,
for the
we'll
dead
put a marker
air.
there. We'll put a marker there.
Stop marking his.
Well, that's
thing.
so he can see where to cut.
Maybe he wants to put it.
You
in
telling me how to edit my podcast?
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe he
You
wants
sack
to.
of shit.
He wants to expose you as the
If
fraud
you're not
you
going to
are.
cut out the dead air and the trash, then you're a bad podcaster.
If you
What?
keep- if you
Oh,
keep-
Says you.
oh, you're going to throw that
With that 2-hour, 40-minute episode, you were like, I'll cut all of this out. Nope, none of it.
you,
That's because it was all gold.
if you
Yeah,
keep
sure.
pressing cut, he's gonna leave in all your family's names.
Which 2-hour 40 episode?
I don't know the one I was on.
The one we did here?
No,
Oh, I can't
there are
remember.
some really long ones that you're like, I'll cut a bunch of this stuff out.
I
You don't.
did. I cut out the trash. The rest of it was gold. Anything that's there is gold.
Sure.
It is. You listen back to every Time to Kill episode, and they're all gold.
Can
There's
we?
not a dot on there.
Can we actually do an episode where we edit out Ethan?
Stop that.
Because
It sounds like we're crazy.
no, because I think that'll be really funny. Because Ethan legitimately never listens to anything we do. So no one, Ethan would never know.
It's true.
And then people will be like, "Oh, I remember that thing." You'll be like, "Oh, that's funny. That's real funny, guys." And we're like, "Yeah, yeah, it's a joke
Mhm.
or joke, funny prank."
You got some.
I reckon you could do it. You could even talk about it on this podcast. We don't edit this part out. Put it up. He won't listen to this podcast. So there's even
He
evidence
might.
of us planning it, and he won't.
Ethan.
Well,
if
the
you
best
listen
part
to this.
Well, the best part
It's
is
getting too meta, guys.
No, I was about to say the best part is, which
Keep it on
makes
track.
this even more meta, is that Ethan's on this podcast now,
Just not
and
talking.
we've just done this plan that we
This-
self-explained it
This is
during.
what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Hi, welcome to MetaGames.
Star Wars.
Yes.
Star Wars came out. We saw it. I've seen it twice now. Andy, you've seen it 3 times.
3 times.
Oh, wow.
that's right.
Tell me how
That's
fucking good
more
Star
than
Wars
twice.
is.
Amazing.
Tell me how good Poe Dameron and Finn's bromance is.
Oh, yeah, when they're escaping the TIE fighter. Spoilers. Yeah.
Do you reckon
Amazing.
they're
It's all
gay?
spoilers.
Do you reckon they might make him gay?
Probably not.
I hope they do.
Oh, dude, why not
I
though?
don't,
That'd be great.
I don't,
Legitimately
I don't know.
thinking about it.
I saw
what's
someone
going on?
freeze frame when
When he's like, keep the jacket.
when
and
he's like
bites
keep
his
the
lip.
jacket, yeah, and he
And
bites
he's
his
like,
lip. I just saw
"Aw."
this freeze frame of it, and they're like, all I
Yeah.
want is for someone to look at me the way Poe Dameron looks at Finn.
Yeah.
wearing his jacket.
It's sexy.
It's great.
I hope they do make him gay.
I love how he's just like he is the perfect one-dimensional hero. Where it's
Poe
like,
Dameron.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just like, yep, he's for the rebellion.
yeah.
So, or what are they? Are they
They're the
resistance now?
Resistance.
Yeah,
Resistance,
yeah.
yeah.
It's like, yep, he is a resistance pilot. He's a really fucking good resistance
The
pilot.
R people.
And
Yeah.
that's what his role is in the movie, to
Yeah.
be a really fucking good pilot.
And because
for the
he's not a main
Resistance.
character, you don't have to worry about
Exactly.
like, oh, I don't want to, find out that he's a racist or something. He's just
'Cause that happens all the time in Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's why he was like, keep it because the black guy can wear it. Yeah.
gross.
Yeah. Oh
Keep
man.
the jacket.
So we just
Oh.
we just took this thing that Tumblr's been fangirling over, being like, oh my god, there's gonna be a gay character in Star Wars. Oh my god, and we've been like, no, he's
No,
a
he's a
racist.
racist.
He just doesn't like
Now all the
No,
skinhead.
he's gay. He just wouldn't hook up with Finn because he's black.
Yeah.
so he's a racist
Now,
homosexual.
now all the skinheads are like XDing.
and
right?
squeeing. all the skinheads just like, yes.
So episode 7 was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I rewatched episode 4, 5, and 6
Okay,
before seeing it
really?
a second time. I got the despecialized versions, which is this awesome fan project
That got dropped
where-
on the floor.
where people have re-edited. So there's no good way of watching the original unedited versions in high definition
Huh.
because George Lucas is an asshole and like destroyed all the film prints.
Oh, what the fuck? Really?
He bought up every like 30 mil print
Yeah.
he could of Star Wars and destroyed it, so no
Why?
one else could have a film print of it.
What the fuck?
That's
Because after he made the changes, he was like, nobody should see this without these changes in it.
Yeah, who doesn't want CG dewbacks?
Yeah. So they did release it for DVD, but the transfer of the DVD is really bad. It has really bad what's that thing that you get with like vertical syncing shit?
Aliasing?
Yeah, like screen tearing. It's
Yeah,
got
yeah.
really bad screen tearing
Huh.
and like artifacting and stuff.
It's got like
And-
the pause marks you get on VHS tapes.
And it's some Australian company that did the transfer, and the grade is fucked. The color is totally fucked up.
Jesus.
Every character is black.
So,
except for-
like almost every shot has a magenta tone in it.
what the fuck?
That's all like pink.
Gross.
So these guys have like taken the HD Blu-ray version, but they've used like bits from Technicolor prints to color correct it. They've used bits of like 16mm home versions that some person had. They've done like really good upscaling to the DVD version and stuff like that. To all splice it together to make a high definition version of the original movies without any alterations to them.
That's awesome.
It's really cool. I watched all 3. It's fucking amazing. I didn't realize how fucking good those space battles are in like at the end of Jedi and stuff like that. That shit still looks fucking awesome with all those models.
Yeah. Well, speaking of old stuff that still looks awesome, I watched The Phantom Menace for the first time since I was a kid the other day. That movie is a fucking train wreck.
I know.
Like, I really thought, like, for ages I thought, the whole, like, The Phantom Menace is awful and, you know, George Lucas should be shot behind a shed thing was, like, overreacting. I thought it was just, like, fanboys being fanboys and stuff. But no, that movie is genuinely bad.
It is.
It does everything wrong. It's not, like, the characters aren't charming. There's no, like, exciting fucking scenes or, you know, dialogue or fun. There's no playfulness to it. It's just weird.
Yeah.
And like it feels like Jar Jar Binks was put in there as like no, see, look, it's still fun and playful. It's for kids.
Yeah,
but he's the most irritating.
Yeah, it's awful.
Like just awful character ever.
So I watched 4, 5, and 6, then went and saw 7 again at the cinemas. Fucking loved it again. Really enjoyed it like more after rewatching them because I realized it had been quite a while since I watched the originals. And then I started watching the prequels. So I'm watching these versions that this YouTube man has edited that he calls the anti-cheese edits, where he's actually edited out
all the cheese,
the really bad stuff from the prequels to make them slightly improved.
Yeah.
Is it watchable?
It's watchable, but they're still bad. Like
they're still boring, right?
Even with that, like edited Phantom Menace, that it's still a bad movie. Like I was like you, Connor, where I was like, oh, like Phantom Menace isn't that bad. Like
I was just, I couldn't remember any of it, but I thought surely it can't like deserve this amount of ire from the public, you know?
It is.
And it absolutely does. It's terrible.
Absolutely does. So some of the changes this guy made was
fuck that kid though.
He removed a bunch of Jar Jar scenes.
Yeah.
Now, this is pod racing.
Yes! Now this is pod racing. Yippee! I want to fucking shoot that kid.
But like
yippee whippy.
Yippee whippy.
It's not the kid's fault.
Oh, it absolutely is. Fuck that kid.
No. If like someone came to you and they're like, "Hey, we're making another Star Wars movie.
Course. Do you want to play Darth Vader as a kid?"
You would fucking say yes.
Yeah, you would fucking piss
yourself.
yourself
He
and
didn't know the piece of shit that it was going to turn out to be.
Oh, but yeah, okay. All
so
right. No, it's not
this
his fault,
guy
but I
has
still
deleted
like him.
almost all the Gungan stuff from the movie.
Yep.
And replaced it with Gundam style.
So he has replaced all of the Trade Federation aliens and the Gungans.
Space Asians, sorry.
The Trade Federation.
The Trade Federation
they're
are
incredibly
space
racist.
Asians.
Yeah.
It sounds like an impression of an Asian on South Park.
I thought you were
so
I thought you were having a go at me.
No.
Yes, they are.
They
definitely are. No, so he's removed all of their voices and just replaced it with alien dialogue and it's subtitled.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
So it's way more tolerable.
Yeah.
So that's an awesome change.
Sorry, something that bugs me in movies is where they have like made up like languages, but it doesn't bug me until they have an American accent doing that made up language. It sounds fucking ridiculous. Like in Lord of the Rings and stuff where they're speaking like Elvish and stuff, it's like, no, right on, sweet. But that's probably also to do with like Tolkien being like a linguist, like knowing languages and shit.
I'm sure it was.
But like in Phantom Menace, when like the aliens are like, and like talking like that, and then the little Anakin kid is like speaking like that language but with his annoying little American accent. It's infuriating. I couldn't stand it.
Well, that's how we sound to foreigners when we go.
So this guy's
I know
YouTube
that, right?
channel is called Jeremy M. West Esquire. So he has done the anti-cheese edit of all 3 prequels. So shout out to him for doing a good thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the second and third one, but I'm just like, I remember the second one, like.
So for a long time,
I remember hating it so much.
I was going to say, I protected Phantom Menace because everyone goes, oh, episode 3 is totally the best of the prequels. And I was like, horseshit it is. Episode 1 is better than Episode 3. Episode 3 is fucking dog shit.
I think I just remember having the most fun with Episode 3 purely because of the lightsaber fights.
Watch it
and
again.
General
The
Grievous.
lightsaber fights are bad.
I-
The
I-
General
well-
Grievous lightsaber fight is boring.
Well,
Yeah.
There's
I
way
thought
too many
General-
shots in that movie where they point the lightsaber at the person and the camera is showing like the point of the lightsaber
Yeah,
and it looks fucking dumb.
yeah.
They fucked it up. And like when I was rewatching Empire, there is totally a shot where Darth Vader's saber is pointing at Luke and
Yeah.
you can see the point of it. But it doesn't look fucking dumb because they didn't make it like a triangular point on the end.
Mm.
Isn't it just like a rounded off?
Yeah, it
like-
should just be around like a dome.
Wait, it was pointed.
It was pointed in Episode 3.
What the fuck was the point? What?
It like 4 times.
I'm
you
not
see
even
it.
a Star Wars fan. Like, no, that's not right.
So yeah, Episode 3 is fucking stupid, and
What about the Attack of the Clones?
Attack of the Clones is
Attack of the Clones is the worst. That's just
I feel like
such a
this is
pile of
going to be the
garbage.
biggest. I feel like that's going to be the hardest one for me to rewatch because I remember Anakin being a total little bitch in that
yeah, he
movie.
is.
Oh, he's so annoying.
Is that the one where he's like, I don't like sad?
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's gets everywhere.
Yeah.
all of
Gets
his,
all up in my shit.
Yeah, all of his dialogue is just so awkward. That's
Yeah.
not how people talk to each
No,
other. That's how,
no.
you know, like sociopaths.
Yeah, well, that's why I felt watching Phantom Menace. It's like nobody is like interesting in that movie. Everybody talks like, oh, the Force, the
But Episode 1,
It's
it has
fucking
Darth
lame.
Maul, which is awesome.
The best
It
things
has
to come out-
Qui-Gon,
the best
which
things
is
to
awesome.
come out of that movie is the fight between Qui-Gon and Darth
Obi-Wan
Maul.
and Darth Maul.
Yep,
That part of that movie is fucking fine.
that's a fight. That's a good fight.
It
and
is-
the music for that fight.
The music for that
Dual
fight
face.
is awesome.
That shit's dope.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You an autistic person singing that?
Oh yeah, no.
You're just like da 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 da.
He
It's
wasn't,
awesome.
He wasn't impersonating an autistic person singing that. He was
I was
just singing.
channeling. Yeah, I was channeling.
Yeah, Episode 2 is the most boring pile of shit.
And it's the
Yeah.
longest one out of all of them. It's
Yeah.
Really
stuff
long.
happens.
Yeah.
So the anti-cheese edit of it is like 2 hours long. So that movie is like
Fuck.
2.5 hours long.
You know what's retarded as well? I had no recollection of this in the fuck you in Phantom Menace, but the bit where they're like, Qui-Gon's like, "Who's the boy's father?" and the lady's like, "There was no father. It just happened, motherfucker." And then like later on, they're like, "Oh, I think the midichlorians made him."
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking.
It's like what
metaphors.
this fucking virgin birth bullshit? Like what the?
It's
fuck?
all like let's make it a
It's so
metaphor
lame.
for Christianity.
It's so lame. And even the Jedi's aren't likable in that fucking.
No,
movie.
because the Jedi Order at that like time in history are like fucking
They're dicks.
fascists.
Yeah.
They are
They're like,
really, really extremist Jedi, which aren't like
Don't feel
the good Jedi Order. Like the Jedi Order, like at the times of like the Old Republic, are
Yeah.
like way better than that because they're not all like, oh no, you can't do this and you can't do that
Yeah.
and shit.
And the whole rule about not having like romantic attachments,
Yeah.
that was introduced like not too far before the first movie.
Sounds like straight up
Yeah, that
Christian
was-
church.
it was bullshit.
but Jedi.
Especially
Yeah.
because when Yoda sees Padme at the beginning of episode 2, he's like, oh, you almost got assassinated. Knowing that you're alive brings warm feelings to my heart. And I was like,
Fuck you, Sucky.
what?
Fuck you, Sucky.
but you're not.
Am I remembering that right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
You got it, legit.
Yeah, like
it will not suck.
Fuck off.
Pushy for the cushion.
Oh god.
Thank you.
I remember episode 2 coming out of the cinema when I was a kid, liking that.
I
And
remember,
it's
seeing,
totally
I, remember seeing
specific.
them,
They just-
I remember seeing them all at the cinemas and not giving a fuck about any of them. The third one I had the most fun with though.
I remember,
Did I
like,
see the third one?
but I
with
was
you?
a dumb kid when I saw those at the
Yeah,
cinema.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
I was
So
ready
enjoyed
to
it.
see them as a kid as well. But
But then rewatching it, you're like, no, these are shit. And
Yeah.
episode 2, the only reason why I liked it coming out of the cinema was because there's like 20 minutes of lightsaber fighting at the end of it. The rest of that movie is batshit boring.
that lightsaber combat's just garbage.
It's terrible as well.
It's horrible.
Well, like that's the thing. As a kid, I was like, "Wow, there's fucking lights jumping around." But like now, I'm like, this
you were
looks-
from
this-
Boston.
Now, yeah. Well, I was,
You were
no,
a kid.
Jersey.
Oh, Jersey.
I was-
Yeah, that's right. Sorry.
Now,
My
when you
bad.
watch it, you're like, this doesn't look like a fight. This looks like a dance.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, like,
super choreographed.
It's, so,
yeah.
it's choreographed to shit.
If
Yeah,
they-
that's-
it's like a
Episode
video.
7, the lightsaber combat, it doesn't look choreographed at all. There's
Yeah.
maybe like 2 bits
Episodes
where-
7 is like a nice mix between like Empires and Jedis
Yeah.
and like episode
Yeah.
1 stuff.
But the fight choreography in Phantom Menace
was
is
good. It's because they went
Yeah.
over the top. They went fucking ridiculously over the top. Like the one that jumps the shark the most, like in Revenge of the Sith, is just the Anakin Obi-Wan fight scene at the end.
Yeah.
Because it is so long and is so batshit stupid, and they choreographed it and trained for it for like weeks, and so it's just so fucking stupid
It just
looking.
looks like a dance.
It's too fast and dumb. And
Well, there's one bit where
they're
They're just spinning.
They were spinning the lightsabers around,
Yeah.
and George Lucas didn't like that the actors couldn't get it fast enough, so that he just made it all CG. Just that whole scene CG.
I was going to say there's that bit where they're standing on the table and they just swing their lightsabers around
think
in
that's it,
circles,
yeah.
and they're not even hitting each
Yeah,
other.
It's like
That's
watching
it.
like a video game and two characters are like, oh, let's charge off.
Yeah.
It's like does not do fucking anything.
Jesus Christ, that movie sucks.
It does. It's pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, I saw
bad. When in episode 2 when Obi-Wan runs out to stop Jango Fett and Jango Fett's like shooting at him,
Yeah.
the way Obi-Wan, oh my no, it's so bad.
What is
Fucking
Yeah, that's when Boba. Dad, look.
look.
Baby Kiwi Boba Fett bullshit.
What the fuck?
Fire!
Oh man, and then they went back and changed the Boba Fett voice actor so he had the Kiwi accent.
He died
in the
recently.
original movies. Yeah, the original voice actor for Boba Fett.
Oh, okay.
This week, I believe.
To time this.
He was like
Thank you.
97.
Really? Fuck
Oh
me.
shit.
Yeah, he was really old.
Oh, okay. No, he died just like I just thought he kind of car accident or some random shit.
No,
no,
I think he just
96.
died of old age.
That's
probably.
fine. He's allowed.
Yeah, but when so when Django's like shooting his lasers at Obi-Wan and Obi-Wan's like deflecting them, it doesn't look like he's deflecting laser blasts. It looks like he's swinging his lightsaber at like at the thin air. Like it
Yeah.
looks like he's attacking CG droids that aren't there.
Yeah, well, that's
It's
what
really dumb.
the CG for Jar Jar Binks does not hold up.
No, it doesn't.
Like, it is the
It
worst.
looks fucking awful. None of it holds up. Like, episode 1's stuff looks better than all the others because
Yeah.
episode 1 was shot on film and episode 2 and 3 was the first movie shot on digital. And, and it was only in 1080p. That was like the highest the cameras could shoot in resolution.
Right.
So all the green screen shit looks really fucking bad in those movies. Compared to the
blue
green
screen as well. So.
Yeah. Have
compared
you
to
seen the like gif of them like shooting that bit where they're like in the Colosseum thing and they're like it's like some arena thing and they're like all fighting and they've taken all the CG out and it's just them in front of a green screen like
Yeah.
swinging sticks and Padme's just like
Pretty much
jabbing
what
with
all
the
of it
fake
is.
laser.
That whole sequence when they're on the conveyor belts in
Yeah.
number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of that's just CG. Like it's
so much of it
Yeah.
is.
Jeez.
But yeah, so
And
like,
there's like
Phantom
a
Menace looks better
blooper where
because
Padme's running along and she's just like, I don't get it. I don't
Yeah.
know what I'm saying. And George Lucas is like, nah, trust me, it'll look good.
you shouldn't have trusted him.
No, nobody should have.
You were the chosen one.
Yeah.
It literally went from like, oh look, the guy that made Star Wars to there couldn't be anyone that fucks up Star Wars worse.
He became Anakin in real life. He's just
Yeah.
like, I don't like good movies.
It was all
They-
part of my
They
original
get
vision.
everywhere. God, what a
Well, I was just telling Andy before you guys came over here that there's behind the scenes footage from the first movie where like Luke and Han Solo and Leia are standing around and they're saying that like, oh yeah, if George could like make a movie without like real actors in it, we feel like he would really like that because I don't think he likes working with actors. And then it's just like, oh, skip ahead like however many years, 30 fucking years or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, look, here's an army of clone troopers that are all CG because he didn't want to get people in costumes.
When is there going to be George Wars where it's just he does his own version of Star Wars again, but just with him?
I'd forgotten.
See, rewatching the prequels, like, I absolutely want them to remake those movies. Not like, oh, let's do a remake of Phantom Menace. Like, let's do episode 1.
Let's
It's
just
not called The
rete-
Phantom
yeah,
Menace.
let's
It's episode
retell-
1, the something else.
Yeah.
Episode 1,
Because
how it should have happened.
Those prequels have such, like, it's all just about the fucking politics.
Well, that's the thing. I remember like
Just read the opening crawl and you're like,
the opening
"Oh,
crawl
the
for
good-
like episode 7
the
is like,
Galactic Trade
oh, this is gonna be
Federations
awesome.
of
There's
blah,
like this
blah."
and that, but the other one's like, oh, there's some they're trying to sell trade agreement. That's a bit messy.
There's a
Episode
blockade
1,
and
the Galactic.
Yeah, it feels
Jedi's
like
have been
fuck-
sent for
It feels
to
like an
negotiate
ABC
the treaty.
yeah, it feels like an SBS headline with Jedi thrown in there.
Lightsabers are 10.
Yeah,
where like, yeah, you're just like
bullshit.
fucking episode 7 did that so good. That
Yeah.
opening crawl, you're like, also like
I'm hyped. This tells me everything I need to know about what's
when I sat
happening,
down to
and
watch
I'm
episode
hyped.
7, I was like, holy shit, I'm so excited because I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
Where
exactly.
Episode, like, the prequels were a stupid idea because it's like, you know how it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not really that important.
Well, like I mean, even though you know how it's going to turn out, they could have.
They could have made
the
it
journey still
interesting.
could have been great.
Absolutely, it could have been great.
But it wasn't.
But I am so fucking hyped to see episode 8
Yeah,
because I have no fucking clue.
yeah, and I think like I feel like episode 7 they played certain things not safe, but there was plenty of like kind of.
Oh, it was safe. The
yeah.
fact
safe
that,
to a degree.
the fact that
and
it
I
is
feel like,
almost a remake of episode 4.
Yeah,
I
it
feel
was
like the next
safe.
one. I feel like they had to do that just to like appease people. Cause
Absolutely,
it's like,
we can't
alright,
fuck
so-
this one up.
Yeah, exactly.
That's sort of the formula that they followed, though.
Mm.
'Cause
Totally.
Even with the names, like A New Hope and Phantom Menace, and they sort of followed a similar-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, A New
storyline.
Menace.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like it was that fucking familiar that I'm not really a Star Wars fan. I don't really remember many of the movies, but when I watched it, I'm like, this feels like a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
And
the
like-
next
Felt
one.
like Star Wars, which is good.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like the next one they'll be able to take a few more risks. I guess
Oh, totally.
with the story
Yeah.
and stuff. I'm
The
excited to
Dragon
see
Well, that's
how
what
it
I
goes.
liked about the original trilogy is that they don't have a real formula that like all three stick to.
Yeah,
They're all directed by different directors, and they all just like feel like separate movies.
yeah,
So that's what I'm looking forward to in this new trilogy. Is just like, oh yeah, they can go wherever with this
Yeah.
next movie, and it doesn't need to be.
Whereas,
Oh no, you've got to have an ice planet in it.
Yeah,
You've got to go
yeah.
to this in it, or you got to have
The
a.
Well,
first
they've
one-
already got 6 movies, so well, now 7, I suppose. So they'll probably like follow some kind of precedent, like non-intentionally.
you reckon?
Maybe
It
'cause
might be
episode
hard
1,
to
2,
make.
and 3 totally didn't follow any structure that the other ones had.
Yeah,
Oh.
and it
All it
suffered
kept was
greatly
just
for
like wipes, transition wipes.
yeah.
That's all there was.
Yeah, true. Actually, thinking about that, yeah,
Oh, God.
I didn't notice that till then.
Sorry, I keep having flashbacks to that fucking movie.
That's what
So
they
much
do.
of that movie is Jar Jar Binks falling down
Oh yeah.
or doing something fucking stupid.
Can they just redirect it so it's the same thing, but every time he falls down, Bam Margera comes in and drop kicks him? That's the reason he falls down.
Oh god. Oh,
the
that
worst
whole
Star Wars movie by far is the Clone Wars one.
yeah,
That CG
the like
movie.
animated one. Yeah,
It's fucking horrible.
Jesus.
It's the worst piece of shit I've ever seen in my
Wait,
life.
is it a
I
movie?
haven't
Saw
seen it
Like there's, like
because there's a series as well.
Yeah.
Before
yeah.
the series, they made a movie.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
it
the
actually,
movie's just
it actually
horrible.
when it came out in the cinema.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh, interesting.
I never saw
Uh,
it, and I never will.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
don't.
I'm not gonna bother.
It's a deal.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. I'm
So
just
am I the
saying.
only one that hates Kylo Ren?
Nah.
No, so here's
I
what.
fucking
here-
hate him so much.
Nah, he's a boss. What's wrong with you?
So
Hate him. He's
here
got
is-
super autism. It's break the smart guy shit when something goes wrong.
So here is
oh
like
my god.
I will forgive you because you're not a Star Wars fan, but here's the explanation why him having hissy fits isn't being a total bitch.
Mm.
It's being a good Dark Jedi because the original films explained that the Dark Jedi gain their power from hatred.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, not
Kylo-
angst.
no, it's not angst. So
sorry,
Kylo Ren is conflicted because he's feeling he's being drawn to the light, and he's
Yeah.
trying to stay being dark
Yeah.
in the opposite way that like Luke was all like, no, don't be dark, because they're getting drawn to the dark side. So whenever he gets upset about something,
Mm.
instead of just being like, oh, I'm gonna be tough and not do anything about it, he
gets
fucking
into it.
flips out, gets into it, embraces his anger like 100%, because that will make him a more powerful Dark Jedi.
I can see that, but every time I see him, I'm just like, okay. Spoilers, heads up.
all
Tune in in about
spoilers.
2 minutes time.
That's all spoilers.
What I'm about to say. I just see like a kid has like 2 great parents, two legendary parents,
Mhm.
legendary uncle that trains him,
Mhm.
and it's like,
And he's found something to bitch about.
yeah, and it's like, no, white people problems,
No, it's
and
because,
then fucking
because he is.
oh,
Kylo Ren has white male privilege.
So-
I can't kill my own dad
Anakin-
because I'm a pussy bitch. Daddy, please kill yourself for me, please. Like, oh my god, I wanted to vomit when I saw that. Because as soon as I saw Han see him, I'm like, it's gonna be the biggest load of faggotry I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's a bit harsh.
Oh my god.
So
and it was, and I felt ill, and I had
Luke is a pretty shit Jedi
he's pretty, yeah.
when you watch those movies. Like he's had fuck all training. He's like had a month of Jedi training,
Yeah.
and
It's
then
just
he
like the
goes off.
chosen one kind
He's
of
so
thing, isn't it?
close to just turning dark, like so much through Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, that's why they dressed him in black to sort of reflect that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was a super slippery slope where he almost turned into a Dark Jedi just on a whim because he had fuck all training and wasn't listening to Yoda as he was explaining everything really straightforward to him. He wouldn't listen. And Anakin is a fucking asshole and turned dark because he's a little bitch.
He was always
So,
a little bitch.
Yeah, like being all like, oh no, he's got these really good parents and this really good uncle doesn't really like. It's like no, that family has like really strong in the Force, but can really easily go dark.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
Once you go dark,
I suppose as a non-Star Wars kind of
You can not like
lore-based
him at the end of
person,
it.
I just see like rich white boy. Is like no, not good enough.
fair enough.
Not good enough.
Because one of the other things you complained about him on the Time to Kill spoiler cast that
Check
we
it
did
out.
Yep.
was you don't need to plug it.
No, I'm gonna plug it.
That like he lost really easy in the lightsaber fight.
Yes.
So something that I had pointed out by fans from the internet recently was that when he took that shot to the gut, and we were like, oh, he got wounded before the fight, so he's a little bit wounded. Whenever you see Chewie's crossbow fire, it's like an explosion that sends people flying.
It would be, except Han grabbed it and he shot it, and there was minimal.
No,
like it hit a guy. Like I remember, I can't remember the exact shot, but I remember it was always emphasized that the crossbow was giant explosions and shit.
It is,
and then it shot one of the guys directly, like one of the.
No,
I don't even know what the fuck they're called.
It shot stormtroopers.
At one point, it shot
and
something.
they went fucking flying.
Yeah, at one point it shot something, and there was a guy in close proximity, and the guy didn't even react.
It's probably because it hit the stormtrooper directly, and so he took all the force.
Yeah,
the time
but like
Han,
still be
Han shot the ground.
Yeah,
and the explosion sent stormtroopers.
Yeah,
flying.
that
well,
was
no,
the
because it's
shot.
a laser. So who the fuck knows how
that was the
those
shot that led
explosions
me
work.
to like see that, and I was like, oh, okay,
So
this is
it's
powerful.
a really
And then it
fucking
hit
powerful
something.
thing.
Yeah,
So then it hits Kylo Ren in the gut, and he doesn't move from it.
yeah.
And he's still like able to like have a lightsaber duel after that.
Oh.
So it was a significant handicap compared to just like, oh, a laser shot to the arm. Oh no.
That was
Also, through that whole movie, you're sort of under the impression that he hasn't had
a lot
best
of
training yet.
Yeah, he hasn't had a lot of training.
Oh no, I have that as a given that
Snoke-
he's got absolutely no
Snoke
experience
is all
in,
like
kind of any training.
Yeah,
well,
Snoke
not
is
training,
like-
combat experience. Rather.
oh, it's time to complete your training at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
But then also he makes up for it in having fucking crazy force interrogation skills that are like more powerful than Darth Vader
Yeah.
because he can just fucking read people's minds.
Yeah, he walks in the room, whinges like a bitch. Like, I can't stand it here. He's at this location. Ugh. That's
Well,
my
he's
that's
got-
my take on it.
Kylo Ren doesn't have a British accent.
Huh? I don't want to remember him at all.
Okay,
You're dead.
He's dead to me. Yeah,
I
that's
like
what he
him.
does.
he is a badass.
I
Oh,
like Kylo Ren.
Yeah, he was a boss.
Put him out there.
I like his crossguard
So
lightsaber.
he's a cool
Yeah.
villain. I
Did
mean,
that lightsaber get cut in half?
No.
Like the first watch, though, I thought his hand got cut off, but then
Yeah.
so it did get cut in half.
No, I don't think so.
I thought he
I didn't
just
see
took
that.
like
But she
a.
like hit something there.
Yeah, I
and
thought
then
he just took a
lost it.
graze to the arm.
I don't think he's like full on hand cut off. I think it was
Yeah.
just like
No,
burnt
because
arm.
the next time I watched it, he had his hand, but the lightsaber wasn't even there. I couldn't see that in the
I
show.
think he might have just dropped the lightsaber.
Okay, I remember that scene because there was emphasis
Hard
on
to
something
say.
being cut. I was like, oh, he cut off his hand. Star Wars thing.
No,
but-
because his face was fucked up.
His face
Yeah.
is fucked up.
oh really?
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
he got
yeah,
injured in the
He's
face.
got a massive cut in his
sweet.
face now.
He's gonna have
So
a cool guy scar now.
so now he's gonna have a cool reason to wear the helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like you said to me, Andy, like he after fucking up Luke's Jedi Academy, like he hasn't had a lot of combat experience.
Mm.
Also, they said that he had to make that lightsaber himself. So does that mean none of the other Jedi that Luke had lightsabers?
Maybe not, because it looked pretty low tech.
Yeah, well,
Because
he
wires
made it
hang-
himself because that's what the crossguard was, because it's all unstable. So there's events to stop it from exploding or something.
Oh,
okay.
that's cool.
Interesting. I
I
have not
thought
heard
that-
that.
I did
really
not
cool.
realize.
I thought it was a crossguard in the way that like
Yeah.
it's a defensive tool in sword fighting, like
No,
every
no,
crossguard
yeah.
in history ever would be.
Event. Yeah.
It's a different practical.
I saw a
reason for
funny
it.
video of this guy explaining because it got a lot of hate when that first trailer came out,
Did it?
and people were like, "That's the dumbest looking lightsaber ever. It's stupid." And
That looked
people
fucking
had
awesome.
huge debates about it.
What did
Well,
you expect? Like every movie, new lightsaber.
Some people do. This guy did. That's what this guy said. This guy said he's expecting a new lightsaber for every.
No, that
movie.
was me. That was me.
I don't know. He was explaining that.
Pointing at me, I'm like, what the fuck?
That was actually me, though.
Yeah,
I
that was
said
Guy.
that. Continue. Crossguard hate
I think you can check the
privilege.
Check the tapes.
check the tapes, and you'll find that when we covered what we're looking forward to seeing in the next movies.
Oh, I said
He
I'd
said-
like to see some new
Lightsabers.
Oh,
but
I asked what-
I'm not saying like every
Yeah,
fucking
okay.
movie is gonna.
No,
My
I
point
asked
is,
what tech do you want to see? What new
This
lightsaber
Mr.
tech? Anyway, go
YouTube
back.
man was all like, "Oh, a lot of people are fucking ragging on it. Hey, look, cross guards. This is like the history of them being in swords because they've had them forever." And then he's like, "This is the reason why you need a cross guard." And he showed like all like 8 people having their hands cut off in episode 3 in the lightsaber duels. Like every single person loses their hand
Really?
He's like
in that movie.
George Lucas has like a fetish with cutting people's limbs off.
Yeah, because it's like Grievous loses 4 hands.
Oh god, that's actually a fetish. I forgot about
Mace Windu loses a hand.
Yeah, Anakin,
Anakin
loses
an
an
arm
arm, and 2 legs.
and 2 legs.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, almost every single time it happens, it's because they just like swing their saber down the edge of another person's saber and it just catches their hand and cuts it off.
Yeah.
And so he's like, "Hey, a cross guard would fix that."
What do you
Yeah, cool.
Jar Jar Binks though.
Yeah, I like to
Yeah.
see him in episode 8.
Yeah.
Darth
Yeah.
Biggs.
Reprise as well.
Binks.
Just been laying low,
Yeah.
waiting
That
for his time to
whole
strike.
He was
Gungan-
actually a Sith Lord the whole time, and he was
Yeah.
just using his powers of stupid
Yeah.
to cloak his dark Force
Yeah.
energy.
Well, that's what the
Binks,
hologram
a
is.
Sith.
That guy they talk to. That's
Yeah,
actually him.
that's actually that's just old Jar
That's
Jar.
just his alter ego. Like his. That's his.
He's all like, "You are gonna start your training."
Yeah, he made that with IMVU. Was it?
Yeah,
That's what he made.
Avatar Maker.
Yeah, that's what he made the
Um,
big hologram with.
That whole
But it's him.
Gungan battle between the droids and Gungans is fucking stupid.
Mhm.
They like throw blueberries at the droids.
What the
fuck?
Blueberries
Mr.
come.
Booba.
Yeah, oh god.
Fuck is this?
I was sitting there just like scowling the entire time. My girlfriend's like, "We can stop watching." I'm like, "No, I chose this."
Dude, you should have watched the edit I watched because they removed that part.
No, I wanted to
They
see
need to
the
because they have
band.
4 battles going on at once. In
It's
that
too
movie.
much.
Yeah.
It was really good because they cut out a lot of the almost all the Gungan fight. They cut out lots of the Anakin fight in
I was
the.
going to say, did they
air.
keep the fucking?
So then it
now
was-
that's part where it
They
Get us
did.
off this autopilot. It's going to get us both killed.
Oh my god!
Yippee!
You like I don't know when you say that you like look like him to me. Your face resembles
Oh,
him.
don't punch me.
You do the voice really well too. Like
What's
the
that
kind
thing
of,
that he
like,
says to the little?
disinterested?
What's
like
he say to the little
obnoxious little
that
fucker?
little Greedo guy in the
thought you said
alien
Guido.
language? Greedo. The
Oh
green
yeah,
alien?
no, this is the
And
yeah.
he's
What's
like,
the
So, what does he say?
Sebulba? Something
Slamo thing.
Yeah, something
Slamo.
Slamo.
Yeah.
Banana
Just say
slammer.
Bulba or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Oh god.
Smack
Ah,
talking in different languages.
Fuck that
Yeah.
whole movie.
I'll tell you who's great though.
Christ.
What's his name? The fucking the Toydarian guy.
My Toydarian.
Toydarian. Jedi mind trick don't work on me.
Yeah,
What do you
water.
think?
Oh,
Only
some-
money. Water.
some
That's
kind
sort
of
of racist
Jedi?
as well. 'cause
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
really
it's a
racist.
totally
space
Jewish.
Jew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Only money. Only money work on
It's
me.
like,
I'm a
what do you think? You're some
Toydarian.
kind of Jedi? Winks at the camera.
I don't know where I heard this, but people were saying there were like scientists who were like, yeah, he couldn't actually fly on those wings.
No, absolutely
But then
not. That's bullshit.
I think it might have been George Lucas who said something like, "Oh no, the food that he eats gets turns into helium, which helps him to fly," or something like that.
George.
Yeah,
The
Oh, it's
Force.
so fucking stupid.
The Force does it.
Grams.
He's
It
got
was all part of my original vision.
midichlorians.
Yeah, well, the gravity is clearly like a tenth of that.
Could you Google how many midichlorians are supposed to be in kids? There's supposed to be like 3 midichlorians in kids. Qui-Gon? Oh, this kid's got too many midichlorians. Let's kidnap him. I'll harvest his midichlorians. Fuck that movie.
You need to find weaker midichlorians.
That's the funny thing that he's like talking to. Yeah, I didn't actually see the scene recently, so I don't remember. But yeah, because he's like Qui-Gon tests his blood for midichlorians.
Yeah.
and then he like calls up Obi-Wan,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, check this for this," and he's like, "Oh, even Jedi Master Yoda doesn't have this many." Wouldn't Qui-Gon just fucking know that if they know about midichlorians?
You'd think so. I don't know.
Do you know what's funny? Like,
Fucking,
the-
that's why Yoda's pissy because
the-
he's like, there's someone like
the
as short as me
librarian-
and more powerful.
the librarian in episode 2 is supposed to be like a Jedi.
Mm.
She's supposed to be like the master of the records and stuff like that. It's funny that like even though she's a Jedi, she's still a fucking anal librarian. Where he's like, well, the system I'm supposed to be looking for is right here. And she's like, if it isn't in the archives, it doesn't exist, and walks off. And I'm like, you're still like a batshit crazy librarian, even though you're like trained as a Jedi.
Yep.
She was also trained as a librarian, so
Yeah, so that negates the Jedi
Librarians
transition.
are-
Yeah, she was a
Classic
Jedi
George
turned
Lucas
librarian.
playing into the stereotype.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool
beans.
shit, I was gonna say something else about fucking Star Wars. Phantom
You want to talk about fucking? We can talk about fucking.
Yeah,
fuck
about
yeah.
fucking Star Wars.
Do you like it when you put your dick in a vagina?
I like it when I put
You know
my
when you
dick
feel a
in
boob and it feels like a bag of sand?
Yeah.
Fuck, I gotta watch that movie again. That's
Wait,
an awesome
what
movie.
movie is this?
It's 40-Year-Old
40-Year-Old
Virgin.
Virgin.
Oh
That
god.
is a good movie.
The bit where Jar Jar Binks is weird though.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You are gonna have sex." Fuck that movie.
The bit when, like, yeah, he tries to have sex with Jar Jar. But then-
Yeah.
And Jar Jar's like,
First
"Oh
And he's like, Misa no
Have you
have
have you seen One Man, One Jar Jar?
no!"
Oh,
Pushing Jar Jar
Yeah,
up
he
his
shoves
ass.
it up his arsehole. And Jar Jar breaks.
I remember I had a friend who had like a bunch of like
Had a friend.
Jar Jar and Gungan action figures, and
Did
we
you-
would play
did-
with them.
Did you unfriend him?
Yeah, I unfriended him from real life.
You killed a
You
kid.
fucking
You straight
killed
up
him.
killed a kid. And you know what? Good on you, because
He wasn't a kid when I
like in
unfriended
Jar
him.
Jar. Fuck that.
so it was fine because
Yeah.
he killed an adult.
He was a consenting adult who had Jar Jar Binks toys, so I killed him.
Turn this autopilot off, R2. You're gonna get us killed. Fucking asshole.
I think all the voices that you've
all like-
done on this podcast is more racist than all
that's pod racing.
Hey.
What's the guy's name?
These
Godfrey or whatever.
Danny
Huh?
DeVito.
Oh, I thought you were doing the
Gilbert Godfrey. Oh,
Yeah,
Gilbert
Gilbert
Godfrey.
Godfrey.
Yeah.
That's what that sounded like.
Fucking now that's pod. No, I can't do it.
You did it before.
Yeah.
You're gonna
The one you
vomit
did
on the
before
mic.
didn't sound like Danny DeVito.
Oh, no, I can't do it.
And then there's
I
that.
think of the bad line
What's that
from
guy's
the
name?
movie.
Dex or whatever. Who's the diner?
Oh, hello, Dex.
Oh, that was so
Hello, Tyrannosaurus.
Obi-Wan.
And you can really tell that Ewan McGregor had to act with CG.
Oh,
yeah,
because
he's
like
really
looking at
struggling.
nothing.
Yeah, he does that in.
That's
Can
all
I
of
get you a
episode
jam and
2.
juice?
All of that episode 2 is just Ewan McGregor staring at like nothing.
the scene in episode 1 where they first meet Jar Jar and Qui-Gon, and it's a 3-shot with
Yeah. a mid.
Obi-Wan on
Yep.
the left, Jar Jar in the middle, and Qui-Gon on the right, and they're like looking at him. Ewan McGregor's just looking like all the wrong places. Jar Jar's and Jar Jar
Because
looks
the guy
so
that did
fake.
the voice for Jar Jar actually like was a stand-in the whole time, and
Oh.
they had like a hat on that
Oh,
looked like Jar
God.
Jar's head. So
But
there
Jar-
was actually like an eyeline for that thing.
Jar Jar
Oh,
looks
damn.
so fake, and like he looks like something out of a Tim and Eric sketch.
Do you know what looks really bad? C-3PO in episode 1, because he's like a puppet, but they blue screen him into the scene
Really?
What the fuck?
in a lot of the shots.
Holy shit!
You know, like from like waist up, he'll just be a puppet. But when it's anything more, he's like, blue screened in, and he looked just really weird and fucking dumb.
Yeah, it's
He's
fucked.
on like a string in blue
in episode 1, like I hate all the children in
Just
episode
every
1.
real life.
Because like all Anakin's
fucking-
friends come over and they're like giving him shit for building the pod racer.
Yeah.
And the little ginger kid's like, "You gotta fucking die," and like runs off. And there's that little alien kid who like doesn't speak English, but they all understand him. It's
You
so
got the-
weird. And then I was watching that and I was like, I can't wait for Anakin to kill all the younglings. I don't fucking care.
They're not the same kids.
No, I hope they are. I hope they're the kids of those
That's what
kids.
Qui-Gon
yeah.
did. He just abducted.
He's like, oh shit,
mass
they're all
children.
Well, yeah,
Jedi.
fuck Anakin. He's like his mom's a slave, and he's like, "Oh, I'm free, mom," and she's like, "I'm still a slave," and he's like, "BRB, gonna explore space. I'm gonna be a Jedi." Shit. Does he ever go back to her? I can't remember. Was
Yeah,
that,
he
like, a
does
thing?
after
Yeah.
the Sand People rape her.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, and he kills all the sand people. That's in episode 2, yeah.
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 What the fuck?
Because he hates them.
He's like,
Killed
I
all of
don't,
them, not just the men.
I don't
but the
like
women."
sand, and I don't like the people in sand. They get everywhere.
Sand People. It's funny, they went really racist with all the aliens' voices in the prequels, but then they removed Sand People and called them Tusken Raiders instead
Yeah, yeah.
to make it less racist sounding.
Sand people.
I reckon one of the funniest lines in that movie is when Anakin is going to go find his mum,
Mm.
and whatever the dude's name is just like, your son's dead. Accept it.
Oh yeah, he's like, your mother's
Yeah.
dead. Accept it.
Is that
He's
in
like,
episode
I'm going
2?
to find
Yeah.
my
Oh, I
mother.
haven't seen that yet.
It's what's dumb is when he meets Owen.
Mm.
That's Uncle Owen, and he's like, "Oh hey, I guess we're brothers."
Mm.
And Yeah. And he's in that movie for like 30 seconds. And then he's like, acts like he knew who Anakin was in episode 4. And you're like, that doesn't match up at all. Also, like, he ages, like the Honest trailer says, like, he goes from being like a 20-year-old to being like a 50-year-old. Like he's so fucking old in A New Hope. Like, he should have been older.
They're like 65 years plus in episode 4, aren't they? Or they look it.
They look
Yeah.
like 60 years old, and it's like, it's been like 20 years, tops.
It's all that sand. That's what'll do to you.
That's moisture farming is it's a stressful job, guys.
All he's talking about awful movies making me sleepy.
All right. Well, you've been listening to the anti-Lucas cast.
Fuck you, George.
Fuck you, George.
Nah, because we wouldn't have any of it without him.
It's true.
Fuck you,
but
George.